Q3 revenue comes in at $3 billion. That did miss analyst estimates. Adjusted EPS clocks in at 29 cents. That's in line with what the street was looking for. The stock, on the results, I'm just looking here, we're now down about 3%. Your take on that print?
Yeah, I think looking at this one, I think people were looking potentially for traffic to be down. It was down about 1% on a comparable transaction basis. We've seen a little bit of this, pretty much from July through September and into October. October is a little bit more of a rebound so far, but the months of July through September for a lot of the fast casual chains has been a tough period. Again, we see this trend of that middle income consumer maybe finding alternative places for lunch and dinner, maybe going to a specialty grocer in this case, maybe doing others, potentially kind of hit their tipping point with prices and finding ways to change their behavior on that front. So I think looking at the numbers here, I do think we see a bit of that. Now, again, I turn the page to October. They've had a little bit better month behind some of the Halloween promotions that they're running right now. But I think right now we're seeing the impact of a lot of competition, a lot of change in behavior among that middle income consumer. And so I think that's what we see in the results more than anything else. Now, some people I think did expect the visitation numbers to be potentially a little bit worse. So I take that -1 as actually an encouraging sign.
Yeah, it's interesting, Art. I'm just looking at the headlines here. So they did cut their full-year projection for a third time this year. It looks like they're now seeing sales for the full year slipping in the low single-digit range from a year earlier. The earlier outlook, I guess, it looks like that performance would be, they were looking for flat from 2024. The stock was already, RJ, was down about 30% year to date. We're down another, at least initially here again in the after hours. Are there levers they can pull, RJ, to try to right this ship, get investors at least more excited?
Yeah, I think they have a couple levers too. I do think that there's still a tremendous amount of white space opportunity for this brand, particularly kind of smaller markets, let's say sub 100,000 in population. I think where we continue to see higher visit per location trends, I think that's still a very fertile ground. There's still a lot of opportunity. There's still a lot of people who haven't been exposed to the Chipotle brand in those markets. So I think that's still an opportunity too. And I do like some of the things they're doing on the menu innovation front too. That has been something that has really worked for them. Some of the new proteins they've introduced. I think we're going to start to see some of the other products that they've had in the works for as well. But I think this is a brand that innovation really works for. Their customers are always looking for innovation. And I think if we continue to see that, that can be a meaningful catalyst for this company.